ever stared at your bank account and thought, how did I spend all my money before the month even started? Look, I get it. That used to be me. And here's the crazy part. It wasn't about making more money. It was about how I handled the first $500 I ever actually had saved. Seriously, that first $500 will change how you handle money forever. My name is Patrick, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, spending, and the psychology behind why we do what we do with it. If you've ever felt stressed about money, wasted paychecks on impulse buys, or wondered why, no matter how much you make it, never seems to stick, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It's going to help you out. Here's the thing. Most people think that once you make more money, everything gets easier. Wrong. Statistically, the Federal Reserve reports that nearly 60% of Americans don't have $500 in savings. Think about that. That's more than half the country living paycheck to paycheck. So, when you finally get your hands on that first $500, it's not just a number, it's your first real test of financial behavior. Let's do a quick example. Imagine you finally save $500. Most people would spend it on new clothes, a gadget, or eating out, which feels good in the moment, but doesn't teach you anything about money. Here's what most people don't realize. That $500 is actually a powerful psychology experiment disguised as a bank account balance. Here's where it gets really interesting. When you save money for the first time, your brain experiences something called financial dopamine. It's the same chemical your brain releases when you eat chocolate or hit a high score in a game. That first $500 isn't just money, it's your proof that you can delay instant gratification, and your brain loves that feeling. Now you might be thinking, hey, Patrick, that's cool and all, but $500 isn't going to change my life. And you're right, $500 isn't going to buy you financial freedom. But here's the key. How you handle that $500 sets the pattern for the next $5,000 and the $50,000 after that. Financial habits are like compound interest, but for behavior. Okay? Let's break this down with some real numbers. Imagine this scenario. You save $500 in a high-yield savings account at 4% annual interest. Sounds small, right? But here's the kicker. The math isn't even the point. The real lesson is consistency and mindset. If you can save that $500 once, you can save $50 every month. In a year, that's $600. In 5 years, $3,000. 10 years, $6,000. And that's before you start investing. This is why your first $500 is so powerful. It's not about the cash. It's about proving to yourself, mathematically and psychologically, that you can control your money. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, Patrick, I don't make enough to save $500. I already spent my last paycheck. I'm too young/too old to start. Here's the truth. You don't need $500 overnight. You need a system. Start with $5 a day, $10 a week. Automate it. Most people fail because they rely on willpower alone, and willpower is a finite resource. Automation removes the guesswork. So how do you actually make this stick? Here's a 3-step approach I personally recommend. 1. Save the $500 in a visible separate account. Seeing that balance grow triggers real motivation. 2. Track every dollar spent. Use apps, spreadsheets, or a notebook. The first time you realize you spent $50 on lunch every week, it hits you differently than just seeing your bank statement. 3. Reward delayed gratification. Don't punish yourself. Treat yourself occasionally, but make it intentional. That way, your brain learns that waiting pays off more than instant spending.
Watch it grow.
Here's what most people don't realize. Saving money isn't just math. It's training your brain to value the future over the now. And the sooner you do this, the faster you start building real wealth. Let me tell you a quick story. I remember my first $500 vividly. I had been living paycheck to paycheck for months, buying lunch every day and thinking I'd never get ahead. One day, I decided to save $500 and keep it separate. At first, it was so tempting to spend it. I looked at that account daily thinking, maybe I'll just take $20. But I resisted. And here's the magic. After a few weeks, that $500 wasn't just numbers. It was proof. Proof that I could control my money. Proof that I could plan. And that small habit set the stage for saving $5,000, then $50,000, then investing and building multiple income streams. That first $500 changed my mindset more than anything else in my financial life. So, let's sum this up. Your first $500 is a psychological milestone, proving you can delay gratification, a behavioral blueprint. The way you handle it predicts future financial decisions, a confidence builder, showing you that money isn't scary, it's controllable. Here's what you need to do immediately. 1. Open a separate savings account or envelope. 2. Commit to saving your first $500. Start small if you have to. 3. Track your spending obsessively for 1 month. 4. Celebrate every milestone. It reinforces positive habits. Do this, and you'll look back 6 months from now and realize your financial habits are completely different. Here's what I want you to remember. $500 might not sound like much, but the lesson behind it is priceless. Most people never even try. They wait for a windfall or a promotion. Don't wait. Start now. Prove to yourself that you can control your money, and your future self will thank you endlessly. If this video helped you understand the power of your first $500, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below telling me what your first $500 will go toward. Let's make financial discipline viral, one $500 at a time. Remember, money isn't just numbers, it's behavior, mindset, and control. Master your first $500, and you've mastered the beginning of wealth.